I really feel that with that movie, I genuinely grew up.
I got grey in that film. That's what happened to me.
Filmmaking is a business.
I think the biggest reward for us was the appreciation we got from the Indian Army.
You tell us, like we've spoken about, I think Dil Chahta Hai many times, in fact, and the association that you guys have had, it's been there for such a long time. I think I still remember Lakshya mein aap log ne, you guys had gone to for this NDTV ka aap log
Jai Jawan.
Jai Jawan and all. I think that was a very I still remember it was a very finely done series, and Ritesh was very excited as well.
Absolutely.
So I think that film has been very close to you guys, and maybe the commercial success uska shayad utna nahi hua. We were speaking to Shankar the other day, and I think unke gaane jo hain bahut, they're very close to his heart as well.
Absolutely.
And he was saying that maybe film jo hai shayad utna commercially nahi hui, maybe the songs had a lot of potential, utna shayad log usko yaad nahi karte. Lakshya ko kaise aap log yaad karte hain?
I must tell you that it's amazing the number of people who speak to me about that movie. It's incredible. You know, people speak to me about Dil Chahta Hai, and then they speak to me about Lakshya. Then they speak to me about, actually, then after that now is Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. You know, those are the three major, like really the big films that they, in my terms of my work, that they speak to me about. And I feel Lakshya, it's very close to my heart. That film, in terms of what it stood for. Also in terms of, I think as a production achievement to have pulled that film off after being just one film old, you know, in terms of capturing, recreating and showcasing, you know, a world that was very alien to both Ritesh and me. We had no idea about the army way of life, but to present it in a way, you know, where when we met people after that, like the chief of the army when he came to see it, or many other officers, or people who then subsequently come out from the IMA and different academies, you know, saying this is our life, you know, and you'll have shown it in the best possible way. We've never seen it like this before. To me, that really is a sense, I do feel a sense of pride in that, you know, which is one. And I also think with that film, I really feel that with that movie, I genuinely grew up on that movie as somebody who's in this world. And it changed me completely as a person as far as making movies is concerned. I do owe that to that film.
You have a point of view as well.
I got grey in that film. That's what happened to me. No, but yeah, I mean, that film by far, I think it had some amount of, a certain change for everybody. I think what we managed to achieve with it, I don't think maybe the commercial success wasn't as much as that, but if it's talking about commerce and about business, I don't think anybody can say they lost money in the film. But the amount we gained, nobody did. Nobody did. Yeah. Because there was no system that time. There were not these corporates where you were selling films, so you distributed by yourself. You know, so I don't think there was any monetary, but the satisfaction that film gave you, and I think the biggest reward for us was the appreciation we got from the Indian Army. Because 1 year after that, I remember the General Vij was there, who called us, and they did a felicitation where they actually after a year gave us this, and I know I still have that. They gave us a trophy, and I don't think they've ever done that to anybody, because they told us this is the first time we felt that you have shown everything about the army in its true life. So there was nothing which they felt, and that was, I think, a really emotional moment, and I think the greatest reward for everyone associated with the recognition which came from
of course, that's one. And the thing is, genuinely, I do feel, of course, filmmaking is a business, and you are responsible to a budget, and you are responsible to people who invest in your film. But there is also an art form too.
Definitely.
कंधों से मिलते हैं, कंधे कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं.
How do you guys demarcate your work profile in the sense, कैसे आप लोग करते हैं that creative side किस तरीके से होगा, or is it like everything is like conjoined together in fact?
Decisions have to be made in unison. You can't work, completely in void of each other.
Bilkul.
So that has to happen. But then, within, once we've decided, okay, what we want to do and how we want to go ahead, depending on what it needs to tackle, then we decide who's going to take it on, you know. So, generally the rule has been that, once we've decided, okay, we've read a script, we like the script, you know, both of us have said, okay, let's go ahead and do it. Then more often than not, whether it's like sitting with the music guy, sitting on dialogue, sitting on that's the part that I'll deal with. And then Ritesh will get into like budgeting the film, figuring out where do we want to shoot it, how that's going to happen, working with the director on that front, you know. So there's a certain organization that needs to happen to put a film together,
Absolutely.
Which I'm totally not equipped to do, which I think Ritesh does amazingly well. And I just like to work with the director and just try to get the idea into the best possible creative way, you know, that it can possibly happen.
You're a half Parsi as well, and it is generally said that Parsis are very organized and very They just know the business aspect. Some of the biggest businessmen.
No, see, I feel like I'm organized in my life with things. I mean, like in terms of my time, dividing time, my work, my house. I mean, I'm organized like that, but I'm not really good at financial planning, and I'm not really good at finance. I'm not, you know. So I mean, it's important to me to be also with someone who, I mean, I trust implicitly.
Bilkul.
You know, and I know, I mean, apart from the fact that who wants to achieve the film the same way that I'd like to achieve it, I also trust him enough to say that, okay, if he will work so that even I can eventually make some money off the film, you know, because that's not something that I genuinely stop to think about. You know, I'm always the one saying, yeah, we should get that helicopter and put that camera up and be like, you know, let's rethink that because if it comes for just one day. So I mean, you need that, you know, and similarly at times, I mean, there'll be something where like he'll come back and get really excited about something, and once in a while, if the shoe's on the other foot, then I tell Ritesh, remember what you had told me. Yeah.